Hey you, welcome back and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time being here, Kiki is my name, and on today's video, I will be talking to you about fragrances that I recently acquired during the course of this year and that I have been loving. I decided to do this because we are already halfway through the year and it just makes sense to reflect on these fragrances. I have about 8 of them, and if you'd like to know what these are, why don't you get settled, get hydrated, let's get into the video. Wait, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. It will take you just a second to hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Now, seriously, let's get into the video. So we're starting off this list with what I consider to be my best fragrance purchase so far. This is a fragrance that fills me with so much joy. I just can't believe it. I am in love, and I'm talking about Vanilla Brulee by Malanotte. Now, Malanotte is an Italian brand. They've been on the market since 2022. And as at the time of filming this video, I believe they have about 6 fragrances. Vanilla Brulee is it for me. I've been on the market looking for a gourmand infused vanilla because, of course, not all vanillas are sweet, right? But I wanted something that had that sugary, decadent like presence with vanilla. I got a few, got disappointed until I stumbled upon Vanilla Brulee. How I came across the brand, again, I don't know. Now, talk about Vanilla Brulee. The notes here are almond, neroli, tonka bean, bourbon vanilla, amber, and musk. Imagine you are at a fancy restaurant, you just had an amazing meal, time for dessert, and you have a fresh, piping hot creme brulee brought to you. That fluffy custard like dessert is brought to you. Now, the top part, that caramelized part of creme brulee, ooh, the sweetest part of a creme brulee is right in front of you. Take all of that, scrape that, and parts of that feeling, that custard feeling, parts of it, put it in a bottle. Add some vanilla oil, some extra dose of sugar. Shake that all together. Boom, you're going to get Vanilla Brulee as a fragrance. I kid you not. I do not know any other fragrance that perfectly gives a photorealistic representation of a creme brulee in a fragrance as Vanilla Brulee by Malanotte has done. It's the truth. This is sweet. This is decadent. This is dense. Now, the way the sugar is here is like it forms specks. It's like crystallized sugar. The caramelized sugar becomes like very hardened, and you can almost feel it when you spray this. I don't know how to say this. This is beautiful. This is such a delicious fragrance. If you're into the idea of something sweet, a delicious sweet fragrance with the vanilla presence, Vanilla Brulee will be up your alley. If you do not want anything sweet, stay away. I don't get any nuttiness. I don't get any floral elements from the neroli. None of that comes to mind. All I'm getting is the deliciousness of the creme brulee in Vanilla Brulee as a fragrance. Very well done, Malanotte. Performance-wise, outstanding. This will be on your clothes throughout the day. I have like 4 sprays and I'm getting lots of it as the day progresses. The first day I got this, I sprayed it on my wrist. I sprayed 2 at about 11 a.m. As at 8 p.m., I could still smell it on my wrist. Obviously not as intense as it was, but it was still there. And talking about intense, Vanilla Brulee is such an intense fragrance. That sweetness doesn't shy away. That's why I was like, you can feel the sugar. It's very in your face, but not in a bad way. It is that sweetness that, makes you feel like an actual dessert. Okay. Now, I would not recommend this during the heat. I think that this is more like a cool weather type fragrance, wear it in the evenings, during the fall, winter, springtime, perfect as well. Oh my gosh, perfect for date nights. Amazing. Vanilla Brulee just takes the cake. I'm so happy that I have this. Please check it out. I will leave the link to the store where I got this from, y'all, this fragrance came to me in a matter of about 4 days as well. I'm obsessed with it. But anyway, it only comes in a 50 ml bottle. It's a 50 ml bottle that I have here. Check it out. All melanated fragrances are made with essential oils, meaning that they have that strength and potency to make them last a long period of time, and they really do. It really does. At least vanilla Brulee lasts. You, this is stunning. One last thing. So someone asked me if this smells like Escape Gourmand. I don't think so. Maybe at the dry down hours later, you can say, okay, there is that similarity from the creme brulee. But at the beginning or, midway, I don't get it at all. I have both fragrances. Escape Gourmand to me, right from the bat, is creamy, buttery, it's softer. That's it. With this one, I don't think you need to layer vanilla brulee. With Escape Gourmand, you can layer it and do all of those things. Not with vanilla brulee. This is a standalone fragrance that should be enjoyed on its own. You don't want to do anything extra with it, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm done talking about this. This is vanilla brulee, an outstanding fragrance worth having for gourmand lovers, vanilla lovers, and those wanting something different in their collection. The next fragrance that I have been loving is Ambrosia Imperiale by AI the Great and Navitus Parfums. I've spoken about this fragrance a few times on my channel. It is worth the hype. It is a fantastic offering. This has notes of banana, rum, whipped cream, dates, saffron, and so many other fantastic notes that I truly love. Why I love Ambrosia Imperiale, amongst other things, is the fact that it stays authentic from the start to the dry down of the fragrance. I get lots of banana, I get lots of dates, rum here. The whipped cream also appears for me, and that is the same thing I get at the dry down from the start to the finish. I'm in love with this fragrance. I also love the sprayer, y'all. The sprayer is just fantastic. Like, ooh, this smells divine. This smells sexy, smells sensual, but at the same time, there's something very playful and flirty about it. This is one of those fragrances that it can morph into whatever scenario you're in. If you're in a office or you're out for brunch or if you're, at an event, something, it just works well. Again, depending on how you spray. But I think this is a perfect all rounder, year rounder. I've been loving it so much. And if you want to hear more about my thoughts, please check out my review of this fragrance. I'm going to link it up here as well. It's delicious, a perfect representation of banana in a fragrance. And yes, check it out as well. This is Ambrosia Imperiale. So I always thought I knew what beast mode was in a fragrance. I was wrong because I stumbled upon Sweetly Known by Kerosene and I was blown away. This is beast mode. This is what a beast mode fragrance is. Y'all, if you like the idea of caramel, sugar, and spiciness, you will love this one. Sweetly Known is a beautiful, unique, yet complex fragrance created by the brand Kerosene in 2020. And Kerosene is a brand owned by John Pegg. Your Sweetly Known is just out of this world. This has notes of cardamom, caramel, sugar, cacao, musk, and vanilla, of course. But y'all, this fragrance right here would have you smelling like a snack. It is spicy. That cardamom is alive. Now, the cardamom adds to the complexity I'm talking about because a lot of us have been getting what smells like burnt match. But actually, that burnt match, John Pegg mentioned on Instagram when I posted this, he wrote back to me saying that that burnt match is not burnt match, it's actually cardamom that people are smelling. And of course, that's because of the intensity of the cardamom here. But this, it's so good. I love that about this. This doesn't smell like anything I know or own. It is beautiful. It's sweet, it's spicy. If you love the idea of cardamom, like I mentioned earlier, and you want the sweetness, Sweetly Known delivers. Sweetly Known is one of those fragrances that once you wear it, it would stick to your clothes for nothing less than a week. In addition to that, the sweetness is very, very present. Okay? Uh, it's good. This is an absolute room filler. This is pleasurable to the senses. It is delicious. I would say go easy on the spray because heavy hand, you don't want that with sweetly known. Absolutely delicious. Cardamom lovers unite because you have sweetly known by kerosene. This next fragrance garnered me so much attention that at a point I had to stop wearing it. But you know what? I've been missing the attention, so I'm back at it. I'm talking about King Tut by Oud Fragrances, an elegant, confidence inducing fragrance that I would call a fruity leather fragrance. Yes, the idea of leather and fruit actually does work. King Tut is a 2021 release by the brand Ujat Fragrances, which is based out of Egypt. I featured this in my first fragrance haul of the year. I will link the video, but y'all, this is just fantastic. King Tut has notes of leather, cotton candy, red fruits, lily of the valley, patchouli, and musk. You guys, these notes are intense, but they work so well, very powerful. You see the red fruits and the leather, magic, magic. I never knew that that would work so well. Now patchouli peeks in once in a while here and there. If you don't like patchouli in your fragrances, this might not work for you because even though it peeks in, frequently, it is still present. This is a delicious fragrance on a man. This smells so freaking sexy. On a woman, you're going to smell like a boss AB, if you know what I mean. This is for the strong people. This is for those who just know they have that aura personified. Next, I've got Born from Fire, Poetry of Night by Simone Androli. This is an intense, seductive, intoxicating, and intricately crafted fragrance. Yes, that was a mouthful, but that's what this fragrance does to me and how it speaks to my soul. Simone Andretti created Born from Fire in 2021, and it's such a delight to have because you see, this fragrance seduces you as the wearer and anyone who smells you. Now, this combines a lot of the notes I love as well. I mean, you have cashmere wood, you have vanilla absolute, you also have rose, oud, sugar, amber, amarice, saffron, vetiver, and black pepper. The stars of this fragrance are the oud with the sugar. Of course, oud and sugar just create something very magical and very strong. And then you have the cashmere wood with the intensity that it adds or brings to fragrances. Now, that potency that those three notes really bring form and stay for the most part of this fragrance. However, in the dry down, you have a creamy quality that I can attribute to the vanilla and the amber. Yo, the creaminess is so like yummy. It's almost like suede like, how the creaminess forms. And I'll tell you, one time I wore this fragrance, a guy who is familiar with fragrance world was like, what is that vanilla you're wearing? And this is after hours of wearing this fragrance. So that's why I said this is very intricate in the way it's crafted and the way it performs. So I guess the vanilla and the amber showed out hours later. And I like that. I do enjoy that. This right here, phenomenal. If you like the idea of if you like the idea of oud satin extract, you will definitely enjoy this. Now, that's not to say that they are the same. They have similar aspects that come from the sugar, the rose, and the oud, but I believe the vetiver, the vanilla, the amber gives this an extra kick with that creaminess, which I don't get from oud satin extract. That being said, this is a fantastic offering from Simone Andrelli. Of all the Simone Andrelli fragrances I have tried, Burn from Fire is the one that really stood to me. I love my fragrances being complex, being unique, different from the norm, and definitely Burn from Fire, Portrait of Night is different. It's an intense fragrance. I love it. Sexy on a man, absolutely sexy on a woman. You cannot go wrong with having this fragrance as a fantastic unisex fragrance in your collection, and I love it. Have been loving it, and you will definitely love it as well. Next is Ankh Sun Amon by Anima Mundi. Yo, look at this gorgeous, absolutely divine bottle. It looks like a gemstone. It's gorgeous. Okay, so Ankh Sun Amon is by the brand Anima Mundi and it was launched in 2017. It's a leather heavy fragrance, and the nose behind this is Andrea Cassotti, who has crafted so many fragrances for the House of Oud and Moresque Performs. Anima Mundi did fantastic with this release because Ankh Sun Amon is a leather heavy fragrance that has some aromatic presence, but at the same time, it has a dense sweetness from honey. Just imagine that combination. That gives you like a very exotic aura. This is a commanding fragrance as well. This is one of those that it just gives you that attention. Once you walk into the room, everyone notices you. Your smell stays and lingers while you leave the room. Like this embodies what ancient Greek, gods and goddesses would probably have smelled like, That is the beauty of not just Ankh Sun Amon, but most of, if not all of, Anima Mundi fragrances. It's always something around a god or goddess of ancient Greek history, if I remember correctly. This is a powerful fragrance. Like I wear this when I just want to feel powerful. Okay, that's the energy, that's the aura, that's the feeling you get with this fragrance, and that also bears into the notes that you have added into Ankh Sun Amon. There's leather, honey, aromatic spices, saffron, lily, raspberry, amber, vanilla, Virginian cedar, Tuscan cypress, and labdanum. The cypress can also be felt there with a slight bitterness that it adds to the fragrance. But all in all, this is just a very strong fragrance that doesn't, annoy people in the way it shows up or shows out. It's different from the norm. Again, another fragrance that I don't have something similar to in my collection for me to compare with, but I think it's great. Gorgeous bottle, fantastic juice, amazing brand in general. Check it out. This is Ankh Sun Amon by Anima Mundi. I kid you not when I say that this has become one of my most complimented fragrances. And yes, I owe you a video on that topic. Please hold me accountable, okay? Seriously, Honey and Wood by Montal has become one of those fragrances that whenever I wear it, I'm guaranteed to get nothing less than two compliments. Men love to compliment me when I wear this fragrance. For some reason, it works with my body chemistry, okay? Now, Honey and Wood, as the name suggests, has the notes of honey with its sweetness and density, and oud with that bitterness that is ever so present. But that combo is absolute magic. The sweetness mutes out the extreme bitterness that the oud would have brought into this fragrance, making it a delight to have. Now, Honey Aoud has been in the market since 2015, but for some reason, it's making a big comeback. Honey Aoud, a delicious fragrance. Delicious, not that it is sweet, but delicious in the way it performs on my skin. As with Montal fragrances, this lasts for eons, like days. So you want to be careful or mindful of the sprays. I would only recommend you wearing this during the cool periods like evenings or, winter type of thing, not the daytime. You wouldn't even like yourself if you wore this in the daytime or during the summer. This has notes of honey, of course, oud, cinnamon for some spices, amber, floral notes, vanilla, leather, and patchouli. Intense notes through and through, but for me, the star players here are the honey, the oud, and the cinnamon, which gives it the spicy kick, which is ever so present in this fragrance. I also love the bottle. It is orange, beautiful. I love when Montal gives colors to their bottles. This right here stands out, and it really is a fragrance that will have you standing out. Then I have Vampire Rum by Lorenzo Passaglia. I have spoken about this as well on my channel. This is an obsession of mine. Y'all, this is for my patchouli lovers who also enjoy boozy notes as well as vanilla in their fragrances. Hence the name Vampire Rum. This right here is a long-lasting fragrance, as is with all of Lorenzo Passaglia fragrances. Your Italian brands are just up there. Like, I love Italian brands so much, you have no idea. Now, Vampire Rum has about 6 types of vanilla infused in this fragrance. I'm talking about bourbon vanilla, Tahitian vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, black vanilla husk, so many others. You also have patchouli, rum, caramel, oud, Indonesian patchouli leaf, and tonka bean, making for this magnificent creation by the brand Lorenzo Passaglia. This has been in the market since 2022. I love that I have it. Check it out. It is potent. It's a patchouli heavy fragrance. It's heavy in the booziness from the rum and also has the vanilla presence. I love this fragrance. It's very potent. It's long lasting. Compliments you will get with this fragrance. Just absolutely delicious. If you don't know, Lorenzo Pasaglia is actually a master chef and he decided to make creations that were realistic to some of his offerings from his kitchen. That's the story. So definitely you know that he poured in his love, his heart into making his fragrances, and Py Rhum is not an exception. Definitely check this out. Also check out my review where I spoke about Py Rhum, an exceptional creation and one that I have been loving so far this year. And there you have it. These are some of the fragrances that I have been loving, enjoying, obsessing over. They've gotten me so many compliments. Oh my goodness. Do you know these? Please let me know in the comment section. In fact, what are some of the fragrances you've gotten this year that you've been enjoying, that you've been loving, that you have gotten so many compliments on? You know what? Scratch that. Who cares about compliments? As long as you enjoy them, that's all we want to know. Please share them in the comment section. I can't wait. I'll probably add them into my wish list because right now I'm on a no buy and I want you to hold me accountable as well. Okay? Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, it will mean the world to me. One more thing. Please be kind to yourself. Your struggles, your pain, everything you're going through that we don't know about or we don't see, they're all part of what makes you you and unique. Your story is written in the stars as we speak. Until the world sees you, I want you to love on yourself. Be kind to yourself. No one can love you better than you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next video.